go from the top
What's the
again.
main idea of your movie?
I think I'll have to answer you. It didn't work. The main idea of this movie is to make it as direct and pure film as possible, with as little manners as possible, about two brothers reaching out for each other and failing. It's about the responsibility for children and the fear of not performing as a parent. To me, it's a very dark movie, but for me, with tender love story between two brothers in the middle of all this.
What was the most difficult for you during the shooting of this movie?
The lack of money and the lack of time is always the big challenge in movie making. It's a bit tiring. It's a boring answer, but that's the truth. If we talk about it on a more artistic level, it was not that difficult in that sense. I had surrounded myself with people who made their first feature, and they, by nature, they did this in a very pure way, in a very direct way. And they were very courageous, but still naive in that wonderful combination. So I thought it was a joyful experience.
How did you find your actors? How did you make your casting for the movie?
There's a lot of first timers. The main character, Nick, is a guy that I've seen many times in movies, and I could see immediately that he could work as our main character. But the rest of them was just a very long casting process that melted into a workshop kind of process where you start improvising and doing different stuff with them. I always do rehearsals with my actors before a movie and research together with them. And on this movie, the casting and the workshop bit floated together. So.
Was it a good feeling coming back to Denmark after going to the USA to make a couple of films? Was it a good feeling coming home?
It doesn't matter to me where I am geographically, really. It's about the drama, and the frames of the drama is somehow universal. It's a universal language. So what language comes out of their mouth is never that important. At the moment, I'm doing theater in German, and I don't speak German, and it's going quite well. So that's not so important. But obviously, Denmark is the dark soil that I'm growing out of, and I feel home ground and the safetyness and security of home ground when I'm shooting in Denmark.
What are the main differences between making an American movie and
Well, obviously there's a budget limit on a Danish movie, which is not the same in an American movie, but I feel it's pretty much the same. There's all this thing about agents and nudity clause, and there's a whole other culture on the set of on the shoot of an American movie, which I kind of like. It's a big entourage and it's fun. It's great and it's professional. But the Danish, shooting, I mean, being occupied with the drama, you don't care about all that. It's just two different ways of doing it. I just shot a video for Metallica, and I enjoyed it because there was 95 people and they all knew what they were doing, and it was very professional, and you could do 37 takes a day. But at the end of the day, my head is in what's going on in the picture. The rest doesn't matter so much.
You wrote in your notes that it was a very joyful experience making this film.
Yeah, it was.
Despite the subject matter. I mean, where did you find the joy? How did you find that?
Well, as a director, I'm always looking for drama and a meaning behind the drama, and I felt it was there. I felt that this was. I felt we were up to something that I found important and I found good. And that made me happy. It was like that when I did Festen as well. It was a joyride. It's, yeah.
Did you have drama in your life?
Do I have drama in my life?
Yes, because your film, your movie is drama, but did you have your drama?
Obviously.
Our had not secret.
Well, of course, it's private. I have lots of drama. Not right now, though. I'm having a quiet, easy life. But a couple of years ago, my life changed radically.
It seems to be a lot of a theme of addiction in some of your films, like drug addiction and whatnot.
And firearms addiction.
Yeah, what draws you to that theme?
I find it very interesting, addiction. I think we have it in many levels in the modern life. We don't have to be a heroin addict to know what that feels like. What kind of power is it in people's minds that make them? I have a friend who sold his father and mother's everything inside their house to get his heroin. An old classmate who helped me with this movie, by the way. And I'm interested in what makes people do stuff like that. It's a very powerful thing. And I guess it's also has to do with escapism from real life. It's a way of dealing with pain, I guess, and therefore it's very interesting.